Silence.
Hello.
Hi.
No, you're perfect. That's like perfect right there.
Hello.
Leave!
Hello.
That's really good.
I'll leave. Thank God. Oh, you're perfect.
Yes, ma'am. We
Hello!
are. Oh, wow!
Woo! Welcome to the Davis and Drnevich
Show.
show. I is Davis.
I am Drnevich.
Woo!
Welcome.
Oh my God. I feel like sometimes I'll think about our show being not like Keaton and Kel, but like maybe like the Amanda show. Like, I don't know, the same energy if she had her own talk show back then.
Agreed.
Like, just whatever we want to make it. Because let's make it rock.
I was gonna say, we have like a theme for each episode, but we ended up ranting about 8 different things.
I know,
and we
which
do
makes
get
a
to
good
the topics.
Yeah.
There's quite a few side rants, so.
Like, how is it a podcast without just talking about whatever?
Exactly. And you said there was one thing you want to talk about
Oh,
before we
yeah.
started?
So, oh my God. So, I is 27, but I went to my first wedding as an adult, able to drink, not working the event. Oh my, it was so, it's just like, it's so weird being an age where everyone I know is getting engaged, married, or pregnant, some combination. It's crazy. Good for them. I can't see it for myself, which I gotta work on for myself. But my friends, Aaron and Mike, they're so cute. They've been together, I think they've since like high school.
Oh, wow.
And they just tied a knot. And
Nice.
their
That's
wedding
ambitious.
was stunning. It's so fun going to a wedding. Like, there was so much food. The cocktail hour, like, honestly, their wedding could have been on like HGTV.
Oh,
One of their wedding
damn.
shows.
Oh, shit.
Easily. It was so beautiful.
Oh, my God.
I had a dress. It was like open back, nice floral, black, but simple. I had that in my closet for like 2 years, and I finally had an occasion. So thank you for that. And all I wanted to was party at a wedding.
Fuck yeah.
It was nice.
That's a good time. How was the DJ?
It was good. Honestly, real tea, I probably was the only African American there.
The only one. Damn.
Which is fine.
Fine.
But, I mean, I think...
Were there
they're-
any Asians?
not that I remember.
Damn.
But their family is a very party family, so it was lit the entire time anyway. And like they had a nice kind of like older 2000s, but also 70s, 80s. They really tailor-made it to like the people that were there, which I appreciated.
So
I will get lit to whatever.
Fuck yeah.
The ceremony was freaking adorable. It was so cute. And in their cocktail hour, there was so much food. I feel like they had like an Italian station where they had like flatbreads, and they had like bread. And they had pasta. And then they had finger foods. They had like meats and fruits. And then they had like, I don't know, like a full steak and like chicken.
Oh my God.
And
wow.
like sizzling station for the cocktail hour.
Wow.
Oh, and they're
That's
singing,
impressive. Fuck yeah.
right? I just can't wait to go to. I want to go more weddings. People need to get married. People in my life get married. I'm gonna start crashing some.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, and then they had like cute little signature drinks. Hers was like a blue Hawaiian, which is crazy because she loves margaritas.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I like anything blue, so I'm just gonna do this all night.
I was gonna say your favorite boombox drink is Blue Raz, or at least one of them.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of coconut, which I'm just like, ugh, demolish it. But if it's in a good mixed drink, it's fine. That was my drink of the night. I didn't get lit as much as I wanted to, but it also wasn't my party. It wasn't about me. That was the theme of the night. It wasn't about me. As tempting as it was, I did take a lot of pictures of myself.
Fair. As you would at any wedding, you know.
Yeah, and like his drink, I think it was like an old fashioned, which is like very him. Like it feels like Natalie was my date.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's so once we got to reception and we started dancing, you know, they did a couples thing, and like everyone got up, and then it was like just me and Natalie were the only there was no single men at this wedding, which I was like, okay, I'm not gonna set my standards that high. But I was like, what if I like what if I meet somebody at this wedding?
You never know.
There was no men to be had because they were all taken and all happy and all beautiful. I was like, fine.
You're just dancing with Natalie.
Yeah, people thought we were dating.
Two very straight people.
People thought we were dating though.
At least from what I know. I don't know.
Yeah, because we were clinging on to each other because we only knew the bride and the groom and the bride's parents.
Yeah.
I feel like we were placed at the young couples table, so everyone else was like coupled up, and then it was us. So like, oh, are you a thing? I'm like, no, sadly no. I mean,
People actually asked you that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're just besties. We're just best, and okay, it also didn't help that. So before the Post Malone, or around the Post Malone concert, we got we found shirts online that's Ghost Malone.
Oh my god, stop.
So we both ordered one. I got it in white. She got it in black. It didn't come in time for the concert, but we had it. And I was like, yo, I'm going to bring mine. And she was like, all right, I'll bring mine, bet. So after the reception, there was like a bar at the hotel. And we were in our cute outfits, but like everyone changed. And we're like, oh, okay, well, we're changing.
Fuck yeah.
So we
Ghost Malone.
put our Ghost Malone shirts on. And everyone was like, are you sure you're not a thing? And we're like, no, we're just besties.
It's like low key, but like if they had something else you were gonna wear, it's whatever.
Yeah, sorry that we're best friends.
Best friends still exist, you understand that, right?
I know, and it's like, yeah, I mean, we could probably make it work, but we're just not into women like that. No. I don't think I am, and she definitely is not, so.
No, I was gonna say, I mean, personal preference, you never know. New fact about Courtney, maybe she's bi, I don't know.
Maybe.
But as you just stated, no.
I feel like I would give it a shot. I haven't thought about physical attraction, but personality, living with someone, I don't think I could do it. Yeah, I've been in enough all-female situations. I'm like, no, this is not fun.
You'd have to have someone very chill, very almost, not masculine, but like a little bit like, just like go with the flow. Like,
which is sad, because like men aren't, but also women suck. So it's like, no one's great. No one's great.
It's very rare when you find someone who's actually great. It's very, you gotta hold on to them.
I can see why we just kind of have to tolerate finding men as partners. 'Cause, like, they're easier to conform to. True. Even though the standards tell us otherwise, they're really so simple. I've seen a lot of TikToks where it doesn't take much.
No, don't be wrong. There's always an exception to the rule, but there is a large majority.
Yeah, but it was so fun. We stayed at a DoubleTree. Apparently, they give cookies.
What?
I checked in. We got cookies.
What the fuck?
I was like, all right.
Oh, DoubleTree? I've never even heard of that. Is that like
it's just like a hotel chain.
Oh shit!
And, like, Natalie was like, oh yeah, they do that, and I was like, all right. It was a good cookie.
Why don't more chain hotels do that? What the fuck?
Yeah, give me something. In the wintertime, I want a cookie or I want hot chocolate. Just give me something when I walk in.
Exactly. What the fuck?
The room could be whatever. And the room was really cute. They had like a nice living area, and then they had the mirror where the sink was, and a separate room for the toilet and the shower.
Oh, that's cute.
And we had a separate room for the beds. I was like, all right.
So it's a little bit kind of like a suite. A little bit. It's like a mini suite.
I just need to travel for like hotels.
Yeah, honestly.
This is the hotel experience. Just makes all the difference.
I was gonna say, you're a big fan of Nickelodeon, right? Mm-hmm. You should go to the Nickelodeon Hotel in PA.
Oh, wait, in PA?
In PA? What? I'm not even joking. I've literally passed it on the way home from school.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they had something in PA. I knew don't they have their own amusement park in New Jersey, like the new mall?
I think. The Mall of America. Yeah, I've been there too. All That's really dope too. It's huge. All right. I went there on the giant snowstorm 2 years ago. You remember that? Do you remember the giant snowstorm they had? Yeah.
There's been a couple iconic ones.
That was an interesting time because I went to one of the bigger thrift stores they have up there that I saw on TikTok. I don't remember the name. I think it was American Thrift. If I'm being, everything was just American themed at that point.
Probably.
But the snow was so bad I slid off the road twice. Not into like anything big, just into like a snowbank. Yeah. Like I dig my fucking self out with the shovel I had.
Oh my god. God bless.
It was like the roads were covered. Like New Jersey is prepared for snow, but not snow like that.
There's that 70s show episode where they did a whole little thing. You get like a flare and you get bubble gum and you get something. And like in my mind, I'm ready for that. I'm not. I have a shovel and I have like a little thingy that you use for your windshield.
The scraper.
I actually should put a shovel in my car.
True, you should. Just like I have a little extendable one that just clips on right in. It's very nice. It fits right on your seat. It's nice. You can't go wrong with that.
I have like a little windshield cover, so at least my windshield won't be covered in snow.
Yeah,
that's about as far as I got.
I was gonna say, just like a little. It comes in a little kit. I got it for Christmas the one year because I was 19, and they're like, "Hey, you're an adult now. Here's random things that you may not need, but I did need actually in that time." PA was a little bit more common to have snow when you wake up, but not by much. Not by much. I won't lie.
I miss snow. I do miss snow. But it has to be the right amount. Enough to like not make me go anywhere.
Agreed.
But also not do any work. Like
this would be a nice in between.
I have learned from being in college, it's good to shovel as it's snowing. So it's less to dig yourself out.
That's true.
That's been a fun activity. And like it's a good workout.
True.
Such a good workout.
It's good for your arms, building the muscles.
Oh my god, your arms and your back. Oh, jeez. I'd be so sore after shoveling. It's crazy.
That's true. Especially if you have a lot of sidewalk or just like a porch and stairs. That shit takes a lot.
A whole driveway.
Bro, fuck that. That's why we got a snowblower here. Yes, ma'am. Fuck that.
That sounds fun.
Snowblower is definitely fun. Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's also like a leaf blower, or is it like a lawnmower looking thing?
It looks more like a lawnmower, but it has like a bigger open front.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen and it blows the snow out the side. Yeah, it's very entertaining. Again, mostly because we lived in PA. New Jersey don't get as much snow, so it's probably less common down here. Maybe more expensive. They might mark up the price of snowblowers. I don't know. Because last year we definitely got a decent bit of snow. Not enough to, like, be devastating. They still put salt down.
No, but January hit different.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Yeah, a lot of things were canceled.
Very true. Because I remember I got back from my road trip right at, like, the beginning of January, and it snowed as soon as I got back. I was like, oh, this is nice. Because the only other snow I experienced on my road trip was Colorado, and I was there for the first snow of the year. Because it was an El Nino.
I do want to check that out.
It was the El Nino year, I think it was. But they got almost a foot of snow. Their first snow of the year. And that wasn't even the last. They had another 15 more snows. Colorado gets so much snow.
And yet, nothing's probably canceled. They're just used to it.
Nope. They don't even salt the roads half the time. They just say, fuck it, have fun. They, plow it.
People know better. We all need to adjust. Everyone in the country needs to adjust. If global warming does not change, we're going to have to, take some YouTube tutorials. We're going to have to, give some seminars. Something so we all can live through this.
Yeah, agreed. Especially people who live in Texas. You don't need to shut your schools down for a week. You just need to plow the roads. You'll be fine.
I mean, good for them. I mean, if you don't want to work for a day, that's a great excuse. But also, I think you can handle it.
Yeah. For more than a week, I mean, come on, bro. Come on. 4 days. 3 days, yeah.
3, 4.
Yeah. At the most.
Yeah, just
4 days at the most.
You can dig yourself out.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad.
I feel like in Texas, I mean, I know it's a very open arms, but y'all have flamethrowers, right? What? just flamethrower your way out. I feel like that's something that they would have.
Definitely. I agree. At least a semi-portion of Texans. Texas is big. I have to give them that. There's a 7-hour drive from one end to the other, if not 8.
It's crazy, yeah.
New Jersey is 3.5, maybe 4.
It's big enough where you have to, from Austin to Houston, you gotta take a flight. Yeah. Or you could take a flight. It's an hour flight, probably maybe 2-3 hour drive.
Oh, 4, I'd say almost.
4?
Yeah, I would say. With traffic and shit, it's pretty bad.
That kind of makes sense.
I was gonna say
we had to fly.
I drove from the border of New Mexico all the way down to, let me get the city right before I just confuse them.
If it takes an hour or so to fly,
I want to say Houston and not Dallas, because Dallas is farther up.
Yeah, Houston probably isn't as bad, but probably terrible.
Yeah, I was going to say Houston.
Okay, 2.5 hours from Austin to Houston. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, that's not too bad. All right. I'm going to look up here from my one point in New Mexico. From there to Houston. This is hard because I'm trying to find...
I'm going to say 3... I'm going to say 4 hours because driving is difficult.
Alright, we're going to say from White Sands because that's about where I drove from. God damn it says it can't find a way. Can you not find a way?
How do you find a way? You find a way.
Alright, we'll do a little closer. That's fine. Alright, well, from my location right now in New Jersey, it takes 23 hours.
Oh, good to know. Not be happening anytime soon.
Hard pass. Alright, let's drive from the very edge. Let's go right to a road right here. 9 hours and 5 minutes.
Alright. I mean, that's a lot, but also, that's 3 New Jerseys. That's how I equate things now. I'm okay, New Jersey's an easy state to drive.
From point to point, that's about 3 New Jerseys, I agree. Which is a lot if you think about it.
It is, but you switch off every 3 hours, you can make it.
True. I think I drove 6 hours the first day and 4.5 the second day. Because I split it into 2, because fuck that, driving all at once. That's too much effort.
That's smart.
Yeah, no. But anyway, we came here to talk about comedians today.
Yes, okay, so... You're right. We just like talking about things.
No, I agree. It's a good time. I just didn't know where else we were going with the conversation. I'm forgetting what we were talking about.
You're right. So, in a previous episode, we talked about comfort shows, and we talked very long about it because comfort shows are important.
Oh, we love comfort shows.
For me, part of the comfort shows is stand-up comedy, but it's also its own subgenre that could take its own episode to talk about. So we each made a list of comedians that we love, adore, could have on the background, and maybe even people that we'd like to see in the future. Better tour.
Agreed. Even people we just want to touch base on, how we felt about them.
There's so many. Is there any criteria that makes a good stand-up comic? I feel like we've watched a lot.
I have to say, someone who even if the story isn't true, because I know, like, Bert Kreischer.
Sometimes they embellish it a little bit.
Yeah.
A
Even
little
if
details.
the story isn't true, they have to add their own personality to it. And it
Yes.
can't just be, like, a straight up, like, here's the joke, here's the punchline, or, like, whatever
Yeah.
way they fabricate it. There has to be some type of made-up part of it, but, like, in the part of the show. Like, when they're recording it, it can't just be, like, straight line for line. Like, they have to add their own part to it.
Yeah. Some of my favorites, they have a story, but they can make 5 jokes out of one story and then like have a big punchline and call back to it later. It's so interesting when you think about it, the different styles of stand-up comedy there can be.
Very true. There's a lot. Very blunt.
Blue collar.
Kind of innocent in a way.
Yeah, there's like irrelevant where they put that irrelevant as a category.
Feminine, very masculine versions of,
yeah.
You know, there's like 1,000,001. Like, we could just keep going. But for me, also, like, kind of almost an art to it. Like, it's not just like...
Yeah, it takes...
They're reading
to keep Lana's unsuspecting...
All right.
Too hot to handle.
I was trying to pull up different categories because on Netflix, you can put a stand-up comedy, but then so much comes up.
That's true. I was going to say, there was very dry, I think, was one of them.
Okay, so we have stand-up comedy, fresh and clean, politically incorrect, blue collar, absurd stand-up comedy, stand-up and sketch comedy, Latino stand-up comedy, raunchy, immigrant life, and then Latin America.
I think my favorite categories though are like literally politically incorrect but in a funny way.
Oh yeah.
Not in as in like a...
Also, like, who comes up when you do that?
I don't even... I'm gonna assume Bert Kreischer and...
Michael Che, yes, because he's on SNL. Even Ricky Gervais makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that does make sense. Bill Burr kind of makes a little bit... Jeff Dunham, definitely.
Oh yeah.
And Jeff Dunham. I was gonna say,
I feel like I don't remember Anthony Jeselnik too. I don't think he's really politically correct. I think it's more raunchy.
Yeah, agreed. So, I do love raunchy though,
too. It's very interesting to see the labels and categories people are put under. Dave Chappelle, yes, that he's been big enough. Yeah, he's upset a couple people.
Jack Whitehall, I don't know.
Oh, I love Jack Whitehall, but he's not politically incorrect.
I was gonna say maybe some of his jokes, but not the whole fucking thing.
All right. Bert Kreischer's in here.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
yeah, he's very incorrect about things.
I'm not saying,
I'm also not political.
Again, yeah, I was gonna say, like, maybe he makes 1 or 2 political jokes, but that's really it, and it's not even like super big.
D.L. Hughley, I know he definitely has some segments based on the time period of what I know. This was an older one. I think Jim Jeffries, he'll push the envelope a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Bert Kreischer the Machine talks makes sense because he's talking about Russians the entire time.
Yeah, Netflix in itself is very intriguing on what they categorize.
Who do they put for raunchy?
Okay, Nikki Glaser,
yes. That makes sense.
She's all sex, which is fine.
Yeah.
Cat Williams, I don't
know.
I haven't really... Sarah Silverman, though, that's not raunchy. I love that special.
True.
Speck of Dust, iconic, but that's not raunchy.
Ali Wong, definitely a little raunchy.
She is raunchy for what she looks like, but also it's very tasteful, though.
It is tasteful. I have to agree.
Dong Wong.
Is that also why her and her husband got a divorce?
I don't know. I mean, in a special, she did kind of talk about, like, she was willing to cheat on her husband. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
I was going to say.
But I guess I will say all of her specials could be raunchy, but this one, she's, like, not pregnant and it's not wholesome. Like,
True.
I feel like when she's pregnant and kind of alleviates some of it. Theo Vaughn, I'm not really into him, so I feel like he probably is very much more raunchy.
I've only seen a little bit of him. Like, I might have started it and then was like,
Again, Jack Whitehall, he's not raunchy.
No, like,
he's not raunchy.
Maybe
in the
1 or 2 jokes, and at the most, and they're not even that raunchy, like you said.
Miss Pat, raunchy.
Yes.
Amy Schumer, raunchy when she wants to be, but it's still wholesome enough.
Agreed. Bert, definitely raunchy.
Yes, he's definitely the definition of raunchy.
Let's say, where's Tom in this, though? Because Tom...
Oh my god.
Not all of his, but some of his are definitely very... Like, him talking about his mother.
I'm surprised he has not got more backlash for how raunchy he can get. But other than that, I'm like, Laird the Cable Guy, Kevin Hart, like, I don't know if that's really raunchy. I guess it depends on the special. I mean, I guess these specials are put in the categories for a reason. But even so, I've seen most of these, and I don't really think I would categorize that as raunchy.
No, agreed.
But anyway, so we're gonna do our favorites.
All right, yeah, let's go through our favorites here.
So before we talked about our comfort shows, and we both kind of agreed that, like, stand-up comedy is a very huge comfort for us. A lot of them are probably mostly on Netflix.
I was gonna say, like I said earlier, we should definitely start with Bert and Tom, because we've seen them both in person.
Okay, yeah.
And let me tell you, Number ones right there. Those are my number fucking ones.
I don't think I can rate. I don't think I can rank people, but I honestly
No,
don't think they're number one. But they're both. I think I like Tom more than Bert.
I see. My whole thing is that they're both equal to me.
Together, they're great, but also separately, I think Tom is more.
Okay, but out of your whole list, do you think they're number one, or would you put them a little lower?
I think I'll put them lower.
Damn, who do you think's better? Let's debate it out.
It's hard. I think I have a lot more. I mean, Bert and Tom, they're great. They're funny.
Yeah.
I think I just like Tom's idea of comedy. Even though it probably pushes a lot of buttons and might offend some people. Obviously, stand-up comedy in its own self, you're not supposed to take anything seriously.
No.
Like, they're not politicians, they're not changing the world, they're just saying things to make people laugh or spark a reaction. Yeah. So the fact that people are taking stand-up comedy to any degree intrigues me. Tom is very funny, but John Mulaney, I think is better. He doesn't even curse or anything. He's definitely blue collar. I think what makes him stand out, I think, is one, you wouldn't think he's like a drug addict, but he is. True. Two,
oh God, no, you're so right, though.
The way he tells stories, the way you deliver it and the way you inflect certain words makes the difference. And I can recite most things from all of his specials on Netflix, and it's just so funny. Good.
Honestly, for me, it's like tied, but almost in certain aspects. Like, there's certain jokes I would put above others, but the whole special, I guess.
Yeah, and it's very relatable. Like, I think his most recent one, Kid Gorgeous, he starts off with talking about assemblies as elementary school kids and being kidnapped or whatever. Like, he talks about that, and like, that's very relatable. And then he does a whole bit about being in college, and like, it was maybe like a 10-20 minute bit. Different bits about like how useless college can be, and like, as a college person, I'm like, yeah, you're right, we need to figure this out, this is dumb. His
voice while he's telling it too really adds some like sarcasm and depth to it.
Like,
in a
you
way.
ever go to church? And I'm like, no, I haven't, but go on.
You know, he almost has like an accent to it, and I fucking love it.
Oh, a second special is like, oh, like, I was raised Catholic. I'm like, oh, I bet you can tell from everything about me. And I'm just like, yeah, I guess technically maybe I could, but God. You pointed it out, and it's funny.
Yep. And then seeing him out of rehab when we went to go see him in person.
Oh my God, yes. I hope that turns into a special, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, agreed. I thought he was gonna record that.
I think he's still on tour.
That's true.
I think he's still touring.
Dude, it's been like a year and a half.
That's a very interesting thing. Like, their schedules are so crazy. You just gotta keep pumping out new material. It's like you're filming a special, but then you're still working on new material for when that special airs. You can't reuse stuff. You can reuse like a joke or two. I think he's definitely better than Bert. But I mean, it's kind of hard to compare him and Tom.
I feel like they're both relatively well seasoned. I have to agree. I love Bert's stories just because it's funny.
His stories are crazy. Like, his daughters and his family, it's like, wow.
I do agree that they're definitely exaggerated, but I love how he exaggerates it, though, because at the same time, he's just created such a character for them and doesn't even seem exaggerated at some point.
Yeah, people like them, it's like, it really doesn't seem like most things are exaggerated at all.
No, exactly.
It's just a day in the life. Yeah. And it's crazy.
I agree, though. John and
Bert?
Tom. No, Tom are really...
Yeah, John and Tom. Yeah.
I'm using first names. I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like Bert and Tom. I'm like, yeah, you're right, John and Tom.
No, they're very in different aspects. They're like probably top 2, top 5.
Like, I don't really think I have like a hardcore favorite comedian right now.
Yeah, there's also Bo Burnham though. Oh my fucking God, bro. I don't know. He's in like in between him, John, and Tom.
It's very hard.
I don't even know.
It's very hard. There's definitely some standout people, but I don't think I can fully rank people. But also, like, Bo Burnham, he had a whole renaissance during pandemic.
That is...
If you haven't seen it Inside, if you haven't seen the outtakes...
Come on, man.
Do yourself a favor.
Do it.
Do yourself a favor.
It is so good.
Even his older stuff. Okay, I will say, as a white male... He could easily be canceled for some of his older stuff. Easily. Oh, yeah. Easily. Yeah. But he is very self-aware. he jokes about it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think he's one of the prime examples where it's like, you're not the same person as the person you were when you made the things.
Exactly.
He started comedy when he was like, what, 16, 17?
Yeah, I think so.
He was very young.
Very different
And
back then.
Back then, trends were very more radical.
I was gonna say, so
And-
many people don't compare the trends from then to now. And
Yeah,
they just assume
it's very
bad.
intriguing because like Kevin Hart could be canceled for a light joke from one comedy special, but like Bo Burnham didn't get canceled. Interesting. But I mean, that's not, I don't think any stand-up comedian should be really held accountable, except for the people that actually did things wrong.
Yeah, agreed.
If you do things wrong in real life, yes, you should be reprimanded. But if you're joking about things, like, you're not a politician, I'm not gonna follow you for, like, life advice.
No, fuck
like,
no.
stand-up comedians, they really have such an interesting perspective. Like, they really think outside the box and just make these creative jokes or, like, storylines work.
No, agreed.
So it's like they have a lot of time on their hands.
If you're actually watching them for life advice, I feel like it's just like you're at the wrong.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like,
Yes.
what are you really here for their opinion? Like, it's just a fucking joke, dude.
Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about. We're talking about Bo Burnham. And I was like, I don't know who we were touching upon, but like
any of them,
especially with him, it's like he made light of jokes and maybe he shouldn't have, but it worked and it was funny and like no one in it's crazy because no one in the audience was gonna complain about anything that any comedians say. They know how to separate, hey, I'm in this room for like an hour or two, I'm gonna enjoy my time and then go about my life. No one's taking this information and be like, oh, I'm gonna apply this to my life.
Yeah, literally.
And that's I feel like that's the issue with things today, which whatever,
Very
it's fine.
true.
I think people should be held accountable, but I don't think
they should have their whole career canceled and shit taken away from them.
The important thing about stand-up comedy, as opposed to like music, you should be able to maybe talk about things you've experienced personally, but also be able to like make light of it.
Yeah.
Because I think there's been a lot of comedians where it's like, I feel like there's certain topics that are really, really touchy, but if we can't joke about it, that seems kind of unfair.
Yeah, agreed. I mean,
again,
it's a joke. It's not like...
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, he said this, so I'm gonna follow it. Like, I'm not that.
Yeah, no, and like, again, it's not like they joke about this in everyday life.
It's a whole other persona.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, even like 10 years ago, I feel like people are still being canceled over semi-racist jokes, but like, it was really just like talking about a black person doing something maybe stereotypical.
Yeah, that is the thing. It's like a lot of stand-up comedians today, they say a detail, but they gotta defend that detail as if they're saying something racist. I'm like, well, I mean, if
really
you're a
just
true stand-up comedian fan, you don't have to really...
No, and like, it's a stereotype that
it's a sad stereotype, but it's also like sometimes it's a funny one. It's not a serious one.
No, exactly. And like the fact that the stereotype exists means that there's enough people who were like, oh yeah, that definitely...
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's true about every black person or Asian or whatever. I'm just saying that it's, it's something that you can make light of and be funny about, and then you move on.
True. I mean, as far as I know, it's like for most specials, they're saying a detail just to give you the full story.
Yeah.
Because stand-up comedy is so hard. It's like you don't have... most of them don't do visuals. To convey the story properly, you have to give as many details as possible.
Yep.
And obviously, if you're describing someone of a certain descent or culture or whatever, they're not making fun of it. They're just making it more accurate.
True.
It depends. Like, I just love stand-up comedy. I think it's just fun.
So good.
And, I'm not full on standing these people. Like, I'm not gonna, like, donate money to them.
No, God, no.
That's not the point of stand-up comedy.
I may buy their merch, but we don't have to talk about that part.
I think, like, Kevin Hart, he's
Oh, yeah.
He's had a lot of scandal in his time, but I think just his comedy is just timeless, though.
I do love Kevin Hart.
I think it helps that he's short. I think his shortness has helped him.
That's definitely a good character.
Like, he's made it work. Like, he knows his strengths, he knows his weaknesses, and he plays to it. I think that's nice as a person and as a comedian.
He really does. What did he get canceled over? I honestly don't remember. Is that sad?
So, okay. I mean, this can be a low-key news moment.
Like, I remember reading it. I don't remember what it said.
So, you didn't hear about it, but we're going to hear about it. So, he was supposed to host the Oscars a couple years ago. And I remember the specific joke. I know the joke I'm talking about. In his, I want to say his first special, it's called Little Grown Man or something like that.
Oh, okay.
He makes a slight joke how his children at the time, or like his youngest son was like maybe an infant or a toddler.
Yeah.
He makes a joke how maybe his son was playing with dolls or something like that, and he kind of makes a comment. It's like, oh, we're not playing with dolls, like whatever.
It was like kind of homophobic.
Yeah, a little homophobic.
Okay.
Like, oh, if his son was gonna be like gay or something, he wasn't about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's not the case. It's just a story. And like, yeah, maybe at the time he didn't really know how he didn't probably react properly, but I don't think he was gonna like, shy away if his son was actually gonna be.
No, I was gonna say
like anything.
I was gonna say Kevin Hart seems like he has a big heart, and like I feel like
yeah, and it's so crazy because like I've seen that special so many times, and that joke went over my head. Like I didn't take that joke seriously because in that special, I think he brought his kids out. It's nothing wrong with being like a parent and not really fully knowing how to react to it, but I think you learn as you go. And like the two kids are teenagers. Yeah, his oldest is like gonna be an adult now. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't picture him as being someone that's going to restrict them to be who they want to be.
No, exactly.
It's just, like, at that time period in, like, 2010, I don't know, maybe even later.
Yeah, I was going to say, even then, being gay was very controversial to some degree. I'm not saying everybody, but...
I was a little bummed about it, because, I mean, the Oscars really isn't something that I care about, so I would have loved to see Kevin Hart host it. I think he would have done a great job. Mm-hmm. But, you know, he did what he felt like he had to do. I feel like he honestly could have handled it a little bit better. It sucks to have to keep apologizing for something that you already apologized for and you already kind of addressed. People find things when they find things. Mm-hmm. So it does suck that, you know, you may have to keep apologizing for things. Yeah. But it just sucked. It was one of his dreams. They had to let that go. And I don't know if that's something he'll get to do again. I was a little bummed. I think that year they also didn't end up with any host. Some of these award shows are so boring.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's like with the Grammys and like other award shows, they have musical guests, but even still, it's like we need to make the other content interesting. Yeah. And comedians they have the middle ground. Like they make jokes about people. That's what they're brought on to do. They're keep people entertained in the meantime. Yeah. So he would have done a great job. So sucks he was deprived of it.
Yeah. I was gonna say we saw how the last host went at who was it? That Will Smith slapped?
Oh, Chris Rock.
He
was a presenter.
He was a presenter. Yeah, I was going to say.
Crazy.
We saw how that went. Yeah. I know he wasn't a host, but still.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to be funny, and then it just ends up being backlash. Yeah. And then Will Smith ended up apologizing for it for like, I think it was like a month later. I don't even know.
I mean, I don't know. I really don't.
I didn't really follow it. I literally just saw the scene. I like saw that he tried to make a joke of it, and then
it was an interesting scene in that it sparked joy for people for months. But I mean, both parties were like a little weird. That's nice that you defend your wife, but your wife cheated on you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what?
Also, it's an award show, so it's like, you're winning an award tonight. What's the big deal? Also, you probably know Chris Rock, so it's like, you can just talk about it afterwards. Like, you didn't have to make a whole, like, I mean, I don't know what's going on at the time. Yeah, That's the thing, you don't know what's going on in people's minds, but also that could have been handled so much differently.
It really could have.
But I mean, hey, that made that award show the most interesting. I'm pretty sure there's been no bigger moment this year.
Not even at all.
Award shows have gone downhill.
Yeah, they really have.
And you need a good host, you need a good musical guest, and you need stuff like that to happen. Yeah. Being a stand-up comedian is very interesting. They're held to such a higher standard. I feel like they're held to a higher standard than, like, police force. Yeah. Or, like, politicians. I mean, I get they probably have a bigger influence, but, like, I feel like people separate that.
They do. I really also think it depends on, like, the area. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
some
I feel like
comedians are very, they have a select fan base from where they're from.
Yeah. I feel like those people follow it more. And, like, I mean, it really does depend. Some people definitely follow politics. Some people follow comedians more or whatever else. And, like, it just really depends on what you're exposed to, I guess.
Have you thought about any ones you liked?
I mean,
we have
the only person I want to talk about was Pete Davidson.
Oh, okay. Let's talk. He wasn't on my list, but I know he's funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, I liked him on SNL.
Yes.
I liked him there. Yeah, he was really good.
To stay. We needed to branch out a bit.
And then he had a few other things I think he featured on, which I didn't really like. I'm trying to think of which shows. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
He has some movies.
He has some movies. I don't like some of the movies that
Yeah,
I remember.
and,
Is it bad that I don't remember the name of the movies? I just know I
I
saw
know
them
one
in a
was about
few.
Staten Island and about, I think, his life,
Yeah.
actually. And he had a special.
Yeah,
It was good.
I actually liked his
I liked
special
it,
a lot. That's
yeah.
actually what I came to talk about is, like,
Yeah.
because he shaded Ariana Grande so hard.
But, like, not really, though.
Not really, because she shaded him first.
Yeah.
On
it's
Vogue.
Like, because he's not on social media at all. And I think
No.
that's great for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's nice to tell his side of the story and make light of it. He didn't do it to shade her.
No.
He just did it to, like, say his side of the story and make light of it.
Is he still with Kim now?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
I
either.
think it
That was
ended.
definitely just like a scheme. To,
Also,
like...
that I don't think it lasted.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It was
Yeah.
like only a month or two at the most.
Yeah,
and then
he
it
just
faded
gets
out.
around, and we love it for him.
We do. We do.
Because he's a great person.
And he still lives with his mom. From what I
Yep.
know. I don't actually know.
I mean, I think they both have a house, and I think he might live in the
Oh, okay.
basement of it.
Okay.
But hey, it's fine.
That's fine. I say I just love his one special. It was really good. Oh,
Ooh.
the
Mail?
trash people are here.
Oh, trash. Oh, wow, it's so late.
I was gonna say what the fuck.
I feel like there's so many people that we can lump together. feel like-
Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, Jim. I
Oh.
love him.
He's
but
not
it
a
is-
super
it's very
standout.
He is, but he isn't.
Yeah.
He is definitely one of those comfort show
Yeah,
like
he
specials.
really is.
I gotta have it when I go to bed. But
Mhm.
there's certain moments that are memorable, but like, he does have a lot of similar themes about
I was
food
gonna
and
say,
like, you know, his
yeah.
family, which is great. I did see him live once, and it was in a time where I was very exhausted. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep or something during some of it. But he definitely is a cool comedian. He has so many specials. I feel like he has the most specials than most people.
Yeah, agreed. He has quite a few, and like you said,
A
they're all
lot.
very similar, but I do enjoy them. I think it's very spot on with the comfort show. It really is.
Yes,
You can just
I'd
put
have
that
to
shit
like
on.
play the special and like, oh right, yeah. But he has like 5 or 6 on Netflix, some on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
He has probably the most of anyone I know.
Yeah.
It's not really as like memorable as I would like it to be.
No.
I would definitely would see him again if I could.
Agreed.
I also love Trevor Noah.
Oh,
He's great. He just is finishing his time at the Daily Show.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow, just now.
But oh, he's so funny. And Hassan Minaj, also in the same category. People that aren't from here that live here, but it's
Yes.
like they have the best takes.
They do. They really
If anything, you take what they say seriously
I
because
love-
they know.
do. Yeah. I'd love seeing his pre-show too when he actually filmed.
Oh my god.
That
Yeah.
was so good.
Oh my god.
I really appreciated that. It was almost on like a personal level. Like he was very much so talking to like us. It wasn't
Yeah,
just like
it's nice. It's also great when you see a comedian live. They
Mhm.
tailor make it to the town that they're in at the time. And it's like, how do you just make that up? How do you do that?
Very
Oh
true.
my god. Yeah, they're really great. Joe Coy is also another one.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of people that are really getting famous older.
Yeah.
I feel like stand-up comedy is definitely an interesting field to get in because you're famous maybe locally, but like you get into like bars and clubs, then you can get into theaters and like stadiums.
Yeah.
That's when you really make it. Or like you get on like movies.
Yeah. I was about to say George Lopez, and I was like, wait,
Oh my
no.
god. I mean, yeah, he's already famous.
Yeah, I
now.
was gonna say. Who's in Spy Kids
Eliza.
1, 2. Eliza.
Right.
Oh.
Eliza's great.
What was she famous before that, if I may ask?
I
Do
don't
you
know. I think she started in stand-up comedy, but I think she's
Okay.
had some series on Netflix. She might have been in a couple movies or so by now.
Got you. Say
But-
that. Have you heard of Drew Lynch, right?
Drew
With-
Lynch?
With the puzzle piece one? I feel like maybe I'm saying the
Drew
wrong
Lynch?
name. Sometimes I confuse them. I feel like you have. He's British, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wait, okay. His face looks familiar.
He's like, he talks about. Wait, I'm trying to type his name in. Because he's on Netflix.
His name seems familiar, but I don't know if I remember his face from Netflix.
Okay. Wait, he might not even be on Netflix. I'm trying to find.
I mean, in the meantime, I feel like another staple
wait,
that's
no.
coming up is Taylor Tomlinson.
She's
so good.
True.
She's so good.
True.
She's, well, my age. She's probably, I think she's a little
Oh.
older than me.
Also, real quick, actually, I was thinking of David Sloss.
Yes, he was on
Dude,
my
I don't know
list.
why I was thinking of Drew Lynch. Drew Lynch is a secondary one that I want to talk about who I
Oh my
watched
God.
on YouTube.
It's so crazy because, like, I
Ignore
saw his
me.
face.
What the fuck am I doing?
I saw his face and I was like, I know what you're talking about, but David Sloss was on my list. I wanted to see him so bad, but I hope
I
he
just
comes back
ignored
soon.
what you said.
No, you're good. I
But
love
no, David
Sloss.
Sloss.
Ugh.
Oh my god. No, I was literally describing David Sloss but using Drew Lynch's name. Because Drew Lynch is actually a comedian who started on American's Got Talent. He has a stutter to him.
All right. Yes, okay.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, and I really follow some of his content now, and I really like him. But anyway, back to David Sloss. All I had to say.
Because I feel like there's stand-up comedians like him that make you think, but you still don't take it seriously. But you do think about life a different way after you see them.
They put it in such like an easy way to understand. It's not like they're out there like trying to make it like, oh, this and that, and like they mix everything together. He's like, oh, look, puzzle pieces. If it doesn't fit, blah blah blah.
Oh, Jigsaw.
Yeah,
I love Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
god,
good. It's so good.
I know he was touring last year, and I didn't go.
I remember you saying it, and I was like, we broke. God. We should talk about who we want to see. And the other thing I want to talk about was the Fluffy show you went to, because I didn't get to go with you.
Yeah! Oh my god, I love it so much.
I love Fluffy.
I originally had 3 tickets, a whole fiasco with people back and forth, whatever. Mm-hmm. I ended up going with my friend Sydney, and it was so much fun because Fluffy is at that stature where he can kind of just do whatever, and he kind of did. The day I went, it was a Saturday, he had a 5 or 5:30 show, and then he had like an 8:30 show. Oh. I went to the late night show. My family went to the 5 p.m. show. Oh, okay. So the 8 p.m. show went really well. It's nice. I feel like when there's certain comedians that have so many specials, you feel like you know them to some degree. Definitely. You just kind of you get to see the updates of their life. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say they share a lot about themselves.
He got through his performance. It was a little over an hour, and he was like, so I'm gonna keep going, and we're like, what? All right. And he went off stage. He brought a cooler out. He brought a bottle of tequila, and he just started drinking it, and he kept going. Oh my
god, I love that.
The show started at like 8:30. I think he had 2 openers. Martine was one of them, obviously, because he's funny. Mm-hmm. The whole night ended up, I don't think we got out of there till like 11:30. Damn. He kept going for like another hour. Damn. And he even pointed out, it was like, apparently comedians get like a clock, or they get a light that shows that they need to cut off at a certain time. Yeah. And he was like, oh, so this turned off like a while ago. Should I keep going or not? And we were like, yes, keep going. And
we love Fluffy. You knew what the fuck he was.
Yes. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter because the special came out, and I do feel a little less special because for the actual taping of a special, he did the same thing. He did his like main set, but then he stopped, but kept going. Oh. And like it was very unhinged too, because he did his set. He got the vodka out. He was answering questions. He finished the bottle of tequila, and someone was like, "Yo, can I get that bottle?" And he was like, "All right." Like it was a little unhinged. He was like, "It's not really a taping. Like we're done now. I did my hour, but I'm just here to hang out." I guess it's kind of a spoiler, but his special's been out, and if you haven't seen him live, see him live. Yeah. But a lot of his thing has been about his family, like his stepson and his wife, but he's separated from his wife. So that was a little bit a part of it. So in my mind, I was like, oh, he just wants like company, like he's single again. But I mean, I'm sure he's done that every step of the way. Yeah, but overall, one of my favorite shows, because like I just got so much more than I expected. Oh yeah. And he's funny. Fuck yeah. He's freaking funny.
We love Fluffy.
Some people I hope to see someday. I want to see Ali Wong. Yep. I hope she tours again. Leslie Jones. I freaking see Leslie Jones because she's funny. And Nicole Byer. She's hilarious.
Oh, we love that. I was going to say, mine are all actually men. So I want to see Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh, yes. We'll go. I have seen him. I took my mom for her birthday last year, and like he just finished his tour, I feel like, recently.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And he might go on tour again. He just released his special.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes. Okay. So hopefully he'll go again, and I mean, yeah, we'll go. He's great.
I don't know, he's even Bo Burnham. I really want to see Bo Burnham. I want to see him so bad. And then I also want to see David Sloss. Those are my top 3 that I haven't
I know.
seen.
I'm so
I do
mad.
also really want to see Ali Wong though.
Yes.
And how do you feel about Taylor Tomlinson?
Oh, I would love to see her.
I was gonna say those are like my
honestly,
top 5 right there.
And there's like a contest going. You have to go on her page. She's doing, I guess it's kind of like a fundraiser for mental health.
Oh, okay, dope.
So if you just signed up for like the website, you get entered in. But if you donate money or you buy merch for the certain thing, you get more chances.
Oh,
But she released tickets for, I think it's like February.
Oh wow.
And like I want to go, and I want to take Richard because he's never been to a comedy show, and I know he loves her.
Yes.
But she was just in like Hershey. I'm like, that's kind of far.
Yeah, that is.
But
like
I think
3.5 hours.
contest was to Chicago, and it was all expenses paid.
Oh, what?
It was like I think it was like flight and like everything included. I'm like, why not?
Yeah,
I mean,
why
I'll take
not?
a few points.
Good to know. Good to know.
But she needs to branch out.
She
Like come to
does.
New Jersey or Philly, closer to.
Yeah, Philly. What
or
the
even
fuck?
New York. I'll go to New York. I feel like I don't know why.
Anything's closer than Hershey because New York's only like maybe 3 hours at the most. Hershey's 3.5.
It's like even still, you can like take a break. You can take a train into New York. It's very hard because some comedians are up to that point where they can go anywhere. Some people are not, which sucks because I want to see people.
Yeah, great.
And you think with New Jersey, it's like you have New York, you have Philly. You have a 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah.
And it's still not enough.
No.
So I want to see people.
Say, if she ever is magically in Hershey again, we could stay at my grandparents'.
There's been things where I've been tempted to just take the trip anyway.
Yeah.
But there's just so much else going on.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I have grandparents out there we could stay with.
Oh, word.
At the very least, you know?
Yeah. Some comedians are that good. They just tour all the time.
Yeah.
So I know we will find time to see them.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen a pretty good, decent amount of them.
I agree.
Which I'm very blessed with. There's been some points I'm like, let's just go to Boston. Or like, let's just go to Texas. She's going all over the place. She's in Florida. She's in California. She's in Arizona.
Oh, God.
San Diego.
When is she in Florida?
April 20th, 21st. Texas.
Is she North or South Carolina?
Let's see. Indiana. I think Montana. California. South Carolina in January.
January, okay. When in January?
January 13th.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we'll be there January 13th. That's the only tricky thing.
January 14th in Georgia. Illinois. Massachusetts.
Illinois? When is she in Illinois?
January 21st and 22nd.
Damn it, that's even farther along.
I know. It's like... Let's see. Boston, Las Vegas, Tennessee, Texas. Oh, she's in North Carolina in April.
Damn.
If that matters. Okay, back in Florida in April. California. See, it's like these people need to be bigger so I can see them.
Agreed.
But I mean, also the tickets won't be as cheap.
True.
Our time will come.
It will come.
Alrighty.
I guess we move on. I don't know. Do you want to move on? You have anything else to talk about?
No. I mean, if I keep going, I'm going to keep going. So we can just end it right now.
Alright.
We can just cut it off.
We can have a part 2. It's fine.
We can follow this up a couple months from now when we see more things.
Agreed.
Oh, there's
new content.
So much joy.
Yeah, I know. I feel that. But you know what else is going to bring us joy today is Paige's Snack Corner.
Yes, we committed to a name. Hell yeah.
Paige's Snack Corner, just food time. Whatever you want to fucking call it.
Let's go.
Ready? Paige's Snack Corner.
Woo! We made it.
Oh my god. Alright, guess what we're doing today? It's Asian.
Oh,
I don't even know.
Soup.
We're doing Korean.
Food. Okay.
It's Korean.
Okay. I've seen it.
There's two different things.
I've seen Thai guys, so like maybe no, but I don't know.
I guess it's not.
Tempura.
No.
Okay, alright. I don't really know.
Alright, it's Korean street food. Tteokbokki. I think I'm saying that right. Tteokbokki. And Korean street toast.
Wait, what?
Korean street toast. Yeah, it's a type of toast. Right. It's a type of sandwich, but I'm very excited to make this for you. So we're gonna go cook it, and then we'll be back, and we're gonna try it. I would give you the recipe, but you can literally Google how to make tteokbokki and street food online. Mine is not 100% authentic because I have to use the ingredients that are around me and not drive an hour to the nearest Asian store to buy shit.
Maybe we'll put a link or a hyperlink for
the recipes. I'll gladly put the recipes I used in here, but I just have to say I didn't use all the original ingredients. I used most of them as much as I could, but that's all right. We'll be back and we'll be trying. Give us a few minutes. Although it'll be
All
literally a
right.
second to you.
Okie dokie.
All right, we're back. I cooked. We're here. We have some water. So, like I said, we're trying spicy tteokbokki and Korean rice cake today.
Yeah, different today.
Yeah, so I thought I've had both of these, both fantastic, but obviously I'm going to participate in eating them because they're very fucking good. So tteokbokki is rice cakes in a very spicy sauce with chili sauce, chili powder, a little sugar. I put a little rice wine vinegar in there when cooking it, and then it's beef, chicken, or vegetable broth you cook down with.
Fun.
The closest place to actually buy traditional tteokbokki is about an hour from here. So what I did is actually I saw this hack on Pinterest. I forget the user, but she's a vegan creator, and she actually took rice paper and wrapped it up around like really tightly, and I used a skewer, and you can make rice cakes just from that.
Oh, that's so
very
fun.
nice hack, and it tastes exactly like tteokbokki, like literally exactly same texture and everything. And then Korean street toast is actually carrots, cabbage, and onions with a little garlic mixed with eggs. You cook that, then you cook ham or pork or whatever you want, melt some cheese on top of it, put it together, and then you put sugar on top of it with ketchup and mayo. So it's a little interesting of a mix. What do you want to try first?
I don't know. What do you suggest?
I'm gonna say the street toast
Okay,
first
sure.
because it's not spicy and
Yeah.
it's probably the easiest to go down.
For subtext, if you have not been here before, I categorize myself as a picky eater, so I really have not had most things.
Yeah, and I was gonna
Definitely anything that's on what she just described.
I was gonna say we're trying some more Korean Asian today, so
Oh,
this will be
bacon, I'm so
good.
excited.
This is very popular in Asia where they make. I mean, this isn't always the exact recipe they do, but all right, let's take a bite. You ready?
Uh-huh. It's down because it's messy.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed.
It's pretty good though.
I do enjoy
This
this.
is toast.
It's toast with sugar, some pork, and then in the eggs is carrots and cabbage and onions, and green onions, should I say?
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
Mm-hmm.
I have to eat all this now, but
I was gonna say, take it. Don't feel like it. I'm very hungry, so I haven't eaten yet today, and it's 2:50 p.m. already.
yeah, it's
So I
very
will
greasy,
be eating
so
this.
I would eat it, but it's also very greasy.
So I didn't bring you a napkin.
It's all right. I have water. That's all I need. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's a pretty popular street food they have. Is the texture weird? You feel like weird about any of it?
No, I really don't have anything to fault for it. Just, I guess maybe like I give it a 9 out of 10, just because if I was properly prepared.
Yeah, true.
With like a napkin or something.
I'll say here, I'll get you a napkin. I'll be right back. You keep talking. Tell me how you feel about it.
It's very intriguing. I'm learning through this experience that I'm still probably a little picky. I don't know if I would make this for myself. So this has been a nice journey for me to realize that I'm not as picky as I thought. I just don't go on my way to like make things or like bake things or cook things, which is very interesting to deal with. But it tastes phenomenal.
That's good.
It tastes really good. I spent a lot of time cooking it, but it tastes great.
I was gonna say, I didn't spend too much time. This is actually pretty easy to prepare. I mean,
yeah, was this better than whatever this other thing is? The rice things? Rice?
To me, they're pretty equal.
Okay.
Because I love spicy and savory and sweet, and like it's kind of a good mix of all of it.
It is a nice combination of flavors.
This is spicy though.
Okay, the second one's spicy. Okay.
Just be careful.
Okay.
I don't think it's too hot, but I made them into tiny Christmas trees.
That's cute.
But they're very chewy, and there's a little sugar in this mix with the stuff, so it's not terrible.
All right. So what is this again?
Rice cakes.
Oh,
they're very
all right.
chewy.
Okay.
You've had boba tea before, right?
Yes.
Where you eat the tapioca. It's very chewy like that.
Oh. Wow, this is like very intriguing to my brain. Oh, it's still steaming.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, I just heated them up, so.
Wow. Wait. Okay. Very nice and warm.
It's definitely spicy. After a while.
I get the boba sensation. I'm like, okay, I'm still chewing for a bit more than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also very good.
Okay.
Wow.
This isn't even traditional tteokbokki either. This is rolled rice paper. Traditional tteokbokki's even better, bro. Ugh.
It's just paper?
Yeah. It's like really thinly rolled out rice paper
I
that I
wish
rolled back together.
I wish you guys can see it. Like, it's thick.
No, because I saw the hack and I was like, oh, I'm doing that.
It's pretty good. It's just looking at it, I just wouldn't think it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this is paper? This is rice? Mm-hmm. It is spicy. No, nice spice.
Yeah, it's not
better than the chips.
Yeah, that's true. Let's say, if you take a break for a minute, like, you're probably pretty good.
Yeah, oh my god. Like, why is this not on the boardwalk? they have the tornado fries.
I was gonna say, and this is even like a traditional recipe. So like it's even better.
Yeah, it's warm, but it's a good warm. It's like not the highest, but it's spiking the back of my mouth.
Yeah, no, definitely. You gotta take your time when eating it, you know.
I can see myself digging into this more. Yeah, I definitely needed to go back.
It's good. That's good to know. I was gonna say, there's another one for you, so.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna take a bite of the toast if it's too spicy, you know?
I mean, it's honestly not that spicy. I feel like the Wendy's spicy nuggets was like, oh. This is good training for me.
Gotcha. That's good.
It's like, this is like, okay, it's very warm all over my mouth. It's a little hot, but, I mean, I can still keep biting this, which I have been.
So I may or may not be on my second one.
Yeah. I mean, I also haven't been taking too many bites. I think I got through half of it.
No, okay.
So I'm trying to be conservative. But with spicy nuggets, I'm like, ugh. But also, it's still not that bad. I'm not going to say, like, Wendy's spicy nuggets get me.
Yeah, no.
Well, this is really fun.
That's good. I'm glad you like both of them. Would you rank this over the other one, or are they...
Over the toast? I don't know.
I was gonna say, it's hard to rate them. It's like
it kind of is.
They're good in both in their own individual ways.
Maybe this one I would rank like a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm still just kind of biting into this, even though it's like a lot more spicier. But you know, it's just very simple. It's big, but not too big. I feel like normally olden age portions really matter to me. I mean, obviously I like to eat, but I don't want to go too crazy on food.
That's fine.
So I feel like this would be more fun to eat. I like the Christmas tree shape that you did. But I think this is a fun thing to eat.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely
like, looking at it, it doesn't seem spicy, but now it's like hitting me.
No, great. It hits you after a while.
Yeah.
It's like flaming Cheetos, you know. First few, fine. First even 10, 20, you're fine. And then it really starts to hit you out for a little bit. Or Takis or anything else similar to that.
Yeah, it was really good though.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. And Asian food is some of my favorite.
I wonder how this is like on the hot one scale.
I don't know. I feel like this is a middle ground.
Maybe like a level 4 tops. But it's pretty fun. Hey, I'm so cultured now.
Say, there's still like 5 or 6 other ones I could probably show you.
Word.
But some of them I haven't had. This is just some of the more common ones I've had. On my road trip last time, I ate a lot of tteokbokki because they come in like pre-made pouches for like the ramen, but you can only find them in like Asian stores and stuff.
Oh wow!
So I ate a lot of those, and they were really good. But anyway, what were you gonna say?
I feel like both of our segments have been succeeding so far.
All right, great. I'm going great.
Yeah, my tongue is nice and warm. It's like just on the cusp. I'm like, it's a little hot. I can handle it though. I just wonder if milk is really the end all be all. It's like it's supposed to subside it more, like ice cream.
So yeah, just throw some ice in my mouth at that point.
Yeah, that helped a little. Water is great.
I do love water. Hydration. Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, this is a very Korean themed.
Korean treat.
Yes.
Well, they definitely sell this in different parts of Asia, but definitely Korean.
Yes. Oh my god, I can't wait to take this home.
Yes, ma'am.
We're thriving right now.
No, agreed. These are some of my favorite foods. 10 out of 10.
How would Christian handle this? Would he suffer a little?
Oh, he would have one bite and be like, I'm done.
Okay, cool. I feel like this is a nice Richter scale, because it seems like if Christian can handle it, I mean...
Oh, Richard would love this.
Oh, yeah. He would be like, this is not spicy at all. I'm kind of like, like, I feel it, but it's not affecting me. I'm like,
yeah, no, agree.
But it seems like Christian is our outlier where he might be canting like DJ Khaled.
Yeah, definitely. Man can even handle a little bit of sriracha.
Oh,
and this is
so
covered in sriracha and chili
what
powder.
Is. Oh,
and, well, not sriracha. It's called guancian? I don't remember. It's a very specific Asian chili sauce.
It's tasty.
/ paste. But it's that with chili powder, paprika, and I think I put some pepper in there. So it's definitely spicy.
Yeah, I like it.
The chili sauce I use on this is what I also use on the kimchi.
Oh,
similar.
yeah.
But this is mixed with other stuff. And it's also red pepper flakes, so it's extra spicy, you know?
Yeah, I'm getting my tolerance up for this hot one challenge.
As you can tell, I really enjoy spicy food. Not spicy to the point where it hurts, but spicy to the point where it's like, ooh,
that's fair.
My name.
It's like, I don't really put myself in situations like that.
Yeah.
I like salt, so I'm very a salty girl.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know I can hang.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm ready for a hot one's journey.
Sign your name, because this is pretty spicy. For
I know,
people who haven't experienced a lot of spice. It's pretty spicy.
You just gotta let it settle.
It's not a dire situation. It's not like, oh my god.
Like, I don't need to lay down from this.
No. It's
I'm just kind of
I could go without water and probably be fine in about 10 minutes, so.
This is a fun journey.
This was fun. I'm glad.
My tongue's on an adventure.
I'm so glad I could expand your taste palette.
Yes. Oh, it'd be funny to see my parents cook this. They're not very good cooks.
Oh god. It's not even that hard. That's the thing is like these
Probably
both
not.
took me maybe like 30 minutes to prepare both of them.
Okay.
Like it's not that bad. Like I mean maybe minus the cook time. Like this maybe took me like all right, well including the cook time it took me maybe an hour for both of them. Which isn't bad.
That's not bad. And I have lunch for tomorrow. Or dinner for tonight.
Exactly.
Whatever the fuck I want.
No, for sure. So say, dip that right in there.
Oh, yes.
Reheat in the microwave.
Killed it. Crushed it.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my god. Yay. I'm glad the segment went well. So far, so good. Our segments are crushing it. Hopefully you had a good time with us, just chilling and eating
ma'am.
and maybe drinking along with us if you are so inclined.
It's been a great time.
We'll keep going. We'll see you next time.
Yes.
I've been Davis.
I'm Drnevich.
And
we out! Hey.